Go ahead.
Okay, Matt Cecil here for Cecil Athletic Performance. We're gonna go over today doing some squats with one of my guys here, Nico. So I just wanna show you the correct form when you do a squat. So what I'm looking for, maybe the feet just outside the hips. And then when it goes down, go ahead. So I'm looking for a couple things. So watch your knees on that. I wanna make sure that the knees are ahead of the toes. So when he comes down, if the knees get out ahead of the toes, I'm worried about knee pressure. And I'm also looking at the back and the spine here. So when you go down, buddy, go down, roll the pelvis forward slightly, and then come on up. And I want to get depth. So go down again. So butt to the knees, a little bit lower, right there, and then come on up. You can rack it. So I'm looking for that parallel position. Oftentimes for kids, it's difficult to do. If I start anybody out with squat, I want to start out with extremely lightweight. And a lot of times it's just a bar, but only if they're ready for it. A lot of times with young people, we're not really developed in the hamstrings and glutes yet to be able to handle a squat. So what will happen is you'll get somebody on the rack and they'll bend down and they'll bend from the waist. And now they're putting pressure in the back. So we want to protect the spine. And we want to protect the knees, or that knee will come out ahead of the toes when they sit down in it. So another thing I like to do in Nico, in order to develop that hip and hamstring strength, is to do a step back lunge. So when we do step back lunges and we step back, I want that knee, that front knee in line with the ankle. So we work on it. So I want it here and then up. Up, up, and then do it where we do our running motion. So come up, here, okay, and back, and up. Go ahead and back, and then up. One more, and then up, and hold it up. So as we do that, and as we add weight, it could be 5s, 10s, maybe 15-pound dumbbells, start to develop the hamstring and glute strength. Then we're developing enough strength to maybe move on to a squat. But I'm not going to move on to a squat until I see someone can get into it, at least a squat position, go ahead without weight. With their butts in line with their knees, or their butts in line with their knees at a parallel position. Their knees are still behind the toes, the back is in a straight line. Then you come on up. Then we graduate to the bar. And we slowly move up. Last thing I want to say about squats, whenever working with an athlete, heavy weight is not necessary. If you think about power lifters and how much weight they lift, they're not really fast movers. We want to create nervous system fires. Speed is more nervous system than it is muscle. So if I'm going to use heavy weight, I'm kind of defeating the purpose of developing speed and athletic movement. So I definitely want to start off with lighter weight, but keep the weight lighter, do more reps, do more speed reps, and then that should build more strength and more speed, and do it in a safe fashion. All right.